Welcome to 5 Minutes of X, where it's all bits, no breaks, and a faceplant for dessert. So you might have noticed I'm going month to month with the mutant books lately. It's made for slightly longer episodes, but I don't think that's a problem. Still, let me know if you'd rather I go back to one issue per episode. It'll make this project take longer than I've got years left in my life, so I might not listen, but I do welcome the thoughts. Today we're jumping into 1967. Both of these issues came out on January 10th and were the only two mutant-related issues that came out in January of 1967. Avengers number 38 was written by Roy Thomas with art by Don Heck. X-Men number 30 was also written by Roy Thomas, but Werner Roth wasn't available this time, so we get a new artist on the book, Jack Sparling. Sparling worked for both Marvel and DC from the 50s all the way up through the middle 80s, but this issue, X-Men number 78 and Marvel Comics Presents number 50 are the only times he and the X-Men cross paths, and this guy is incredible. This is the best Gene and Scott have ever looked, and I'm just blown away by the art in this issue. Right from the splash, a colossal hand materializes and drags the team upward, with Warren and Gene showing real fear on their faces, something we don't usually see in the art in these X books yet. We will later. The right side uses this big fields of black to create depth by taking color away. Flip the page and you get a tall open left column that carries the motion of the hand while the team is pulled into what reads like another realm. It's just so good. Gene finds Professor X in this weird realm, and the Warlock is introduced as our villain. We are either in his brain or just in his realm. It's rather unclear, but it's very Camelot themed, with that ye old English Knights of the Round Table styling mixed with a little bit of fantasy. The reason for this theming becomes clear as the Warlock is revealed to be a resurrected Merlin a few pages in. The Knights have a mix of guns and bazookas and crossbows in this realm. I'm feeling bad for this dude living 200 years in the past over here. So we go from horses with wings to these whimsical floating personal transportation devices. Oh man, these are bad. Every panel they appear in, it takes me right out of the comic. So let's just skip right on by. They're awful. Let's just forget they exist. The story here is that Merlin was sealed away by Thor, but was recently resurrected and is now ruling this modern city with old-timey subjects. Still unclear if this is real or just in his head, but he keeps calling himself a mutant in this issue. I did a ton of research on this. If Merlin is a mutant, I need to go back and review a ton of content. Thankfully, this is an official continuity violation. Merlin is not a mutant, despite what he says in this issue. Boy, that just saved me a ton of time. Merlin has the ability to hypnotize those that he chooses, but when the X-Men break his mind trick, he sends them to an arena to fight for his and Jean's amusement, who is still under his spell. He's tricked her into thinking that she is his princess. The X-Men win some battles against the stuff that's thrown in the arena, and then they give chase. Again, the art on this page is just next level for the era, and Cerebro logs a collision here with Beast. One episode of 5 Minutes of X, 2 new stingers. This is just Bit City today. God, when Beast hits the bars on that wall, I love it when people faceplant. I don't know, it's just me. As the X-Men catch up to Warlock, he attempts to crumble a tower parapet onto the team, which jolts Jean from Warlock's mind control, and she saves the X-Men. We bag the baddie, literally, and close with a panel that defies comprehension. Everyone is unnatural here, almost like it was drawn by someone else. Moving on to Avengers number 38, Hawkeye is being a meanie to the rest of the team because he wants Black Widow let onto the team. Enchantress drugs Hercules and they head to Earth. The arguments over Black Widow joining the team escalate, and Wasp and the Hawkeye just straight up quit the team. Wanda spends the issue being opposed to Widow's choice, but doesn't seem anti her joining. But she doesn't have much to do here other than that. As the fight between what's left of the Avengers and Enchantress, and the Herc begins, the reader is reminded that last time she was around, she was controlling a guy named Power Man 5000. The Avengers win the fight, and Zeus comes down from the clouds to punish Hercules. He has to live with the Avengers for a year. Doesn't seem like a punishment, but okay, here we are. Roy Thomas usually writes better than this. Something is just a little off with both of these issues. Maybe it was a time constraint issue. It's ignorable on the X-Men issue because the art is just drop dead outstanding. The story quite literally falls away until that last page. It reminds me of early Sandman, where the art was just more important than the story sometimes. But in the Avengers story, I was watching the page count as I read. It's just so bland. Enchantress is a good villain, but her appearances so far in the Avengers have been throwaway, and I just don't care about Hercules. Later, he's in the Champions with Bobby and Warren. We'll get into those in a few months. It's a little better then, but not by much. He's just so wooden as a character. It's just blech. Neither of these issues has anything worth remembering story-wise. So, you've survived another session in the Danger Room. For more character info, reading lists, and what other nerdy projects I'm tangled up in, head on over to Jordy.com. New episodes drop Wednesdays at noon and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. Remember, comics are a team effort between story and art. This lineup went for 1 for 4.